Hey everybody, welcome back to Easel Does It Studio. My name is Michelle. Welcome here. If you are new, welcome. And if you are one of my subscribers, welcome back, guys. So I have got this, it's like a makeup holder. And they go in here and you can put your makeup, you can put letters, whatever. So I'm going to do this and we're going to do it. We're going to try this new, it's a new pigment paste metallic that I believe I got this from Temu. And it came with this little foldable spoon. So we're going to try it. So the beginning of this is going to be very basic. And depending on how it looks, I will decide if we're going to like embellish like the front piece, or I don't know. I had forgot I had bought this purple, and I am, oh, look at that, guys. I can get it off my glove. Look at that. So I figured, why not try it? So this could be just a very simple project today, something very quick, which I know for me is very unusual, but you know, miracles do happen. So I mixed up 8 ounces because I don't know how much this takes. And I did put it on my Pampered Chef silicone like cutting mat, so that I can move it to over on my curing section. So it does say to make sure that you mix this really well. And I can see why. Look at how thick. So that tells me we're only going to need a little bit of this. I mean, that is like goo. So I'm thinking I'm going to mix up 5 ounces. All right, so we have 3 there. And that's 5. And if I can find something to prop that up on. There, I'll just let my cup drain. All right, so I'm just gonna move this back a little bit so that you guys can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna wipe my stick off. And I'm just going to go with what's left on my stick and see what kind of color we get. I mean, even just like that is really pretty. But, so I did run this through my debubbler. All right, so we're definitely going to need a little bit more than that. Because right now it is still like transparent. Now, I don't know if this is supposed to be a transparent or not. It did not say. So we're just going to put a gob and see if that gets it more opaque. So I think this is the first one that I've ever used that is a metallic paste. So if this works, we could take some of our metallic colors and make our own pigment paste. That's a thought. All right, and you just want to make sure that you're scraping your sides, your bottom, so that everything is mixed in. All right, so that, I think we're going to go with that. It's a little bit translucent, but maybe that's the way it's supposed to be. All right, so let me get my cover on this because I do not want purple everywhere. And you guys that have been following me know exactly what I mean. All right, so I need to make sure these are right on this mat. So when I go to move it, I can pick up just that mat and then slide these off. And it is bowed a little bit, so I don't know. All right, let's start with these 4 ones up here. And I'm assuming that I won't be able to dome them, or dome them very much, I should say. So I put some alcohol in just to help burst any bubbles that might form in there. That is gorgeous. So I had guesstimated about a ½ ounce for each divider section, is kind of was my thinking. And then I was thinking maybe 2 for the other piece. But as you can see, I am going to be short. So we're going to mix up the rest of it. I just want to finish filling these 4, so at least we will have 4 that are identical in color. And so that one's domed just a little bit. And that one's domed just a smidge. All right, so I'm thinking that is good. So before I go too much further, so that was 5 ounces. So those take just over an ounce, guys. Holy smokes. And this is just my Let's Resin cast, not the casting, just the epoxy resin. All right. Let me just wipe this. So I'm going to use a big gob and see what that gets us. So at least if there's a variation, there'll be like, you know, 4 the same, 4 the same. And we're only at 4 ounces. But these ones are a little bit smaller than those, so hopefully, and then I'll just have to mix up some more for the base. I thought for sure I was going to have extra. You know, sometimes these shallow molds are really deceiving. I don't know if you guys have discovered that too, but yeah, sometimes they're like really, really deceiving as to how much they hold. You think they're not going to hold anything, and then you're like, crap, I don't have enough resin. And these molds came with like a little still silicone in the pieces that you don't fill up, which I thought was weird. And they were stuck together. They had marks on them, so I wiped them off with an alcohol and baby wipe. Hopefully the marks don't transfer onto the piece. Get out of here, bug, whatever you are. So I'm making this for my daughter to match her makeup brush holder. She absolutely loves it. So depending on how it looks, because I was like, no sense in putting flowers and stuff in between each level because it's not going to be seen when she puts her like eyeshadow palettes or whatever in it. So all right, so we've got less than a ½ ounce left. So I definitely, I'm going to mix up, oh God, another 4 ounces. So let me go ahead and get that mixed, and then I will be back. This one here, I'm going to try to transfer these 4 while my resin is in the debubbler, just to see if I can get them over there. Now I'm thinking maybe that's not going to be a good idea, but another project that I want to start and I need my space. So I will be back in just a minute. Alrighty guys, I ended up mixing up 6 ounces just to be on the safe side. I'm like, yeah, I am not. So I'm just going to pour this in here and then we will color it. I was able to move my project and slide it off without a problem. I was like, oh, please, please, please don't let me spill this. So it's all, I've got that on my heat mat because I'm trying to get this video out for you tonight. This is Monday. My husband ended up doing some work downstairs in the basement where my room is, so I wasn't able to do a video because you guys would have just been hearing the saw and everything. So all right, I'm gonna go with that, and then I can pop this over there. Stir that in. All right, so this is such a pretty color. It looks blue on the video, but it's really, really purple. All right. Let's hope and pray we have enough. Yeah, now, of course, I definitely made too much. You know, I can't win. And that's why I didn't want to mix all of it up, because you know, I didn't know what else I was going to make that could be purple. And I want this as domed as possible, but not go over these little piton things. Like, I want it to go right to the tops of those. All right, so I'm gonna have a little extra, but not a ton. So that's a good thing. All right, so we're back to about where we were when we ended the other section. All right, so I have got a little over 2 ounces there. I've got some of this. I am going to try and let's try a couple more of these little angels. Obviously, I can't, if they're purple, I can't put them on this thing, but oh, I should have sprayed it with alcohol. Crap. I mean, this is gonna like virtually take nothing, but I figured the first ones came out so cute, but they were so clear that it was really hard to kind of see the details in it. And then I'll just use my pokey tool and spread it around and poke hopefully any bubbles out. And then I will find something else to put this in, and then we'll be back for the demold. Some of the extras might not be done because I don't know if I have enough room on my heat mat. All right, so let's take this pokey tool and at least with this color, I can actually make sure, like, I can see that if it's in there all the way where it needs to be, where the other one, it was clear in these little tiny spots, so it was hard to tell if I had everything, you know, filled in. I hope my head's not in the way. That one was hard to fill. So that means on one of those other angels, there might be something missing. You know, and then I gotta top these off, but it's just easier to kind of tap out the bubbles and make sure all the areas are filled before you try to get them full. All right, so I'm just gonna try and use this and minus one of my hairs. And then, get out of here, fly. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of my new spatulas that I was gifted, and we're gonna just wipe over the top of this so that we have a nice flush background, or back of them, background. Wow, Michelle, I think you need another coffee here. And I just make sure they're full. All right. Why I stuck that in there, I have no idea. All right, so let me grab my new ones here. And all right. All right, so I think that's where that's supposed to be. And I think this one needs a little bit more in there. There's like a little space in there. Alrighty. I will be back on Demold. I will find something to put this in, and we will see you in a bit. Oh. Alrighty, guys. I believe these are cured. All right, let me just move some of this other stuff out of my way. I've been trying to do 3 different projects today, and yeah, it's just not working. All right, so let's get the base unmolded first. Oh, look at how pretty that is. All right, I'm going to put that there. Now, I don't know which, I'm assuming these go in the back and these go towards the front, because they're like different sizes. But before we get to all the rest of it, let's go ahead and demold. Oh, look at that. I so love these flowers. So that's one. Let's look at, oh my, these angels, they are just precious. Oh my gosh. All right, we're just gonna kind of put them there. They are matte, but they are like just, oh my God, so cute. All right, let me zoom in so you can really see what I see. I mean, look at that. I have got so many things going through my brain right now to attach these to. It's not even funny. I mean, look at the detail. I mean, you can see every little thing in her face. And I know my fingers are gross. I'm sorry. I am working on multiple projects at one time. So she does have a little trimming to do right up there, which I thought. But look at how cute she is. So right in there, I got a trim, but other than that, it's adorable. So, those angels, this flower, and this are the extras. Now, I poured this. I poured the purple first, and then I mixed up green. And I don't even want to know if it worked or not. Oh, he's adorable. Oh, yes, this is adorable. You know, and there's a little bit of purple on the shell, but in person, not enough to even speak about. So, this is going to go with my daughter's order. She doesn't know it yet, but I will finish the eyes and, yeah. So, oh my gosh, that's so cute. I didn't know. I was afraid the colors were going to blend. And I'm like, oh man. All right, so let's just get these out. And I'm just gonna stack them according to how I take them out. Because I honestly, I don't know like which ones go where. So we're gonna find out together. All right, so I'm assuming, oh, this is the biggest, right? Let's kind of, all right, so this is the biggest and the medium. So I'm assuming, oh, and this one's too thick. Are you kidding me? Oh, if we push really, really hard, we can get them in. All right, so see how this one's a little bit bigger? That tells me that's the next one. All right, and then that one. All right, so see how this is the next biggest, so that would have to go here. And these are going in tight enough that I don't believe I will have to glue them. And this one. And then this one. So this is, you know, if I just put this in, this is how it's going to look. And then you would put your eyeshadow palettes, male, whatever. And that's kind of what it looks like on the side. But before I do that, let me see if any of these, because I'm thinking only the front is what's going to show. So, let's see. Let's see. If we put that one there, and that one there. All right, so those are two possibilities. But that, I mean, that would kind of be pretty as well. Don't know. Those two are a little big. And that's kind of pretty. All right, so that's option 2. And I probably already used the other one of these. Let's see. So And what if we just did, let's see. All right, let's put these over here. And we're gonna stick these back in this bag. Let's see what we have got for butterflies. Because then I'm only gonna have to top coat one in UV resin. Let's see, that's a bit dark. That is, all right, do I have, no, that's too dark. So what if we did that with a butterfly? All right, I think that's what we're gonna do. Now if I can pick these up. And that way it's kind of gonna match her other one, but it's not gonna be identical. All right, let's get these in here. So we've got this one. Let's see, we've got that one. And that one's a little bit big, so I don't know. I kind of like this one and this one. Let me just double try this one. Let's see. Yeah, I think this one here. All right. So let's get these ones on, and you can see right here, that is where the mold was stuck together, and that's what I was afraid was going to show up on the mold. And it did. So let me, so this video was supposed to be out on Monday night. It's not going to make Monday night, so it will be Tuesday night. So I had to pivot and come up with a plan B real quick. And yeah. All right. So all right. Let me get a stick here. Hang on. There's just a few air bubbles, and I want to pop them before I go ahead and top coat this. All right, let me just cut this off. There. So that's that. Now let's get Mr. Butterfly. Now, I could take some tape, but I was like, oh, it's 2 pieces. I really don't need any tape. All right, and I don't. And hang on 1 second. And all right. And all right. Alrighty, so that is going to go in there in the front. So, let me... All right, I didn't want anything like overhanging. All right, so let me grab a glove or two. All right, I'm gonna put this over here and crap. All right. We're gonna plug in the light. And I am going to just lightly cover this, but I'm not going to do the part that goes into the witchman thingy, you know, in the bottom. All right, so let's just take this silicone tool and we're just going to get that to our edge. And because basically all we're doing is wanting to seal those stickers into the front of this piece. So normally we would go down into here, but we're not going to because we need that to fit into this piece. So And I have never domed anything that is, you know, I'm trying to fit into a piece like this. So this is a first, and we have a few areas that are pulling away, which is telling me that I don't have enough resin in those areas. So we're just going to add a bit more. And I just want it to go across like that. I don't want it going down in, because then our piece is not going to fit. So let me, and I'm just going to clean that little bit off. All right, let's get the long neck lighter. And we're gonna pop those bubbles. Now I have, see right here, there's like a bald spot. So I need a bit more resin right there. All right. And all right, we got gonna pop that under the light, and we're gonna hope and pray that it comes out okay. All right, now I know I have got a cover here, but this is, and these are pretty sturdy in there, so I'm not going to glue them in right as of this moment. I will let my daughter decide if she wants them glued in or not. But we are going to let that front piece cure. And so this is kind of what I was hoping that I might have been able to do, but I made them the same color. I didn't even try these first, but even something like that would have been cute on the front. But, I mean, this is just, this is adorable. So, let me get my, and this one, it's still soft, guys. So, I'm going to wait. I will trim this down, but this is going to go with her, with this tray. So let me, all right, let me grab, let me grab my white marker. And we are just going to and I'm not even doing the whole eye because the other part is going to get black. So I have got to make a couple of skulls for my youngest grandson. He wants a skull that he can hang off his backpack, and he wants it in red and black. So I'm going to start incorporating a skull into every one of my next videos until I can get him like 3 or 4 different options. He wasn't sure what marbling was, you know, because he's 13. He doesn't know all the terms. And so I told him that, all right, so let's give a sparkle in our eyes. All right. Let's see. That looks so good. And there we go. Now we have our finished piece. So she can put all her makeup palettes or, you know, whatever she wants in there. But the front at least has a little something pretty. So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are, and I will see you on the next video. And the next video is going to be kind of cool, I think. So stay tuned for that, and I will see you on the next video. Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging with me.